Sure.
Because, you know, in some hospital systems, it doesn't exist any cultural sensitivity.
Exactly, yeah.
Even putting in, like, the elders, the women, you know, in the same room as men.
Okay.
You know, creates a whole lot of unsafety for them, and as well as, you know, culturally, it just doesn't work for them to be healing in the same space as other people, and where you could just have like all women's wards or men's wards, which culturally would work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess you got to look at your institutional culture also. You know, the hospital has a certain frame.
Yeah.
And as that framework is, it doesn't meet all the cultural needs and demands of First Australians or anyone for that matter. You know, so you got to also introduce your institutional culture to their culture.
Okay.
You know, and look at, or at least want to start to inquire, okay, how can we combine practices here?
Yeah.
You know, and this has got so much red tape around it that it's just called non-compliant, and that's it. And then we no longer have responsibility for you as a duty of care because you won't take our services, and then you're putting them out on the street or whatever happens there.
Yeah.
You know, how can you really, stop that?
Yeah.
But, you know, it has to be addressed in our institutional culture, and then, in your own beliefs and values as a nurse and a human, you know, and your...
Well.
Yeah, that they actually are respected
Okay.
for that, and that they actually are given the space, you know, and that people are holding that space of safety, especially in that time of need.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it's the same with the children when they all get attended, but get attended just by women.
Okay.
Not have all the men doctors,
Yeah.
you know, handling the young Indigenous women, children, or have women, you know, with the boys.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it's not culturally appropriate.
Patients.
Yeah, look, it'd just make you effective all round, you know, to really address those ethical and cultural sensitivities.
Yeah.
You know, the more you know about, who can you touch and who can't touch, and you know that you can be more empowered as nurses and as teams, you know, that their culture can actually empower you to be effective.
Yeah.
You know, whether you're inside the hospital or you get called outside to the community.
Yeah.
And it'll start building a bridge. You know, everyone's talking about the gap.
Yeah.
It's all created in language.
Yeah.
Till we start communicating in a way that's not non-compliant, it's like, okay, what do I need here to support you there?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and then really putting those into policy. Creating policy from there then, that you have a cultural policy in your practice.
Yeah.
And that really defines that. So, you get your work done, they get respected, you get, you know, educated as well.
And
it's their third language.
Yeah.
Not their first or second or, some of them it could be their fourth or sixth language.
Wow.
Yeah, and then depending on all the clans, you know, that they've all got their own, you know, dialects as well.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, and different ways being inside of their family unit or their clan.
Do you think, like...
Yeah, you've got to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Whatever that whole looking good is.
Yeah.
You know, we can't ask.
Yeah.
You're not going to know. We're only going to be full of assumption.
Yeah.
And then all your treatment's going to be from assumption.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it won't necessarily be, you know, in there with their story. Your stories won't match or meet. Yeah, no, really keep them connected to culture. You know, I've grown up in Kapahaka, which is, you know, a study of our Māoridom and how we teach through song, through dance, through hunting, through gathering. And then also, you know, make sure that they're connected to their Indigenous culture and what elders are around. So, you know, Ray's learned to play the yidaki. He's been initiated in dance. And also, you know, raising the children, but raising them and medicating through our diet, through food. You know, what's our closest, most unprocessed food? You know, really raise the children that way. You get everything, it's either in your diet or it's not. Something's really missing there. And if, you know, you need something else, then you might have to go to the bush remedies, you know, or create your own bush remedies, or go walk about and do ceremony, but just know that that's actually part of our well-being. It's not just something you do,
Yeah.
you know, to show off your identity.
Mm.
It is actually a real remedy for health and well-being.